Happy New Year, Gregopedia.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year. We have some bubbly ginger ale for all my friends. Hello, hello, people. We made it through another year. Happy New Year, Primchi. I believe it is already New Year where you are, or you might be in England, in the UK. So you might have a few hours. But I purposely scheduled this live so that I could be on a little bit earlier. So lots of celebrity stuff going on. But this really is for you guys. If you all want readings, let them ponies run. Happy New Year. I have this crazy, hi Serendip, Happy New Year. I have this crazy sweatshirt on. And Gregopedia was like, did you encounter a piranha on your way here? It actually came like this. It's a sweatshirt dress. And who said this? I'm going to be wasted at midnight. We actually have some friends coming over. We're going to chill out. We're going to do some cool stuff. Deborah, I got your text and I actually am going to answer you in this video. Hi, Gilded Girl. Hi, Em. Hi, Nick Cody. Everybody, Sunny Girl, everybody. So Deborah had asked me, and we're going to get to cards, don't worry. Deborah had asked me if I had any New Year's rituals that I do. So one of them that I threaten to do every year is get a jar, and every time something good happens, you write it down, you put it in the jar, and then on New Year's Eve, you read it. So we didn't do that last year. I'm just going to get my ginger ale again. Ginger ale. I love the champagne boat. This is like my favorite kind of glass. So we didn't do that this year. But what I do want to do is I want, and it's wild because like a lot of the readings I've been doing, everyone's purging. I did a great big private party last night. Everybody's purging. It looks like during the last 2 years, like during the lockdown, we all kind of added too much to our lives. We ordered too many things on Amazon. We went for quantity versus quality. So I think a lot of people are pruning that. They're pruning people out of their lives. They're realizing, you know what? I got through 2.5 years of not seeing, Mr. X or Ms. Z, and they're really just kind of reordering priorities and reordering things that resonate better with them. I think we're also very much in tune with the vibrational stuff that's going on. People are starting to get more aware. So I think we're kind of leveling up and getting some good things out there. So so that being said, there's some interesting things going on. Of course, we always have the Royals. Has everything going on, like they're just doing their own thing.
New Year's resolution, no more Royals.
What's that?
New Year's resolution, no more Royals.
No, well, the New Year's resolution was no more Harry and Meghan. But the Royals are fun. You don't like the Royals, Gregopedia?
No, everything I learned from them was involuntary.
So you don't like the royal family?
No.
How could you not like the royal family?
Because they're imperialists.
Are they lizard people?
Lizard people. They are.
So
lizard people.
Listen, Gregopedia was so excited because we both follow the Y Files. If you don't follow them, he just hit 1 million subscribers. He's got he does all kinds of cool unknown things, aliens, what is it, the Hulse Wars, lizard people, and he's got this animation fish that's in a bowl, and he says lizard people all the time. So Gregopedia and I say that, and when he did a live the other day, Greg threw him up a tip and said, my wife and I just randomly run around the house saying lizard people. So he was read it out, and Greg was very excited. So whose birthday is going on? Wait, I'm missing stuff. Sunny Girl, happy birthday. What else? Gilded Girl, I think, is leaving. Facebook is reminding me to go live. Facebook, I'm already live. Um, so, oh, serendipity is missed on other channels. Not on this one. She's always here. So, wait, oh, Guilty Girl, it's your birthday? Oh, Guilty Girl, happy birthday. That's awesome. Everybody's having birthdays. Yeah, so let them ponies run. I think maybe we're gonna dial it back from them. I think we're not gonna hear the last of them, but I think maybe we'll dial a little bit back. So so all right, so let's talk about some New Year's rituals. So that's one of them. One of the other things I do at midnight, we open the front door, let in the new year, open up the back door, let out the old new year, or the old year. I always have some kind of foldable cash money on me. You should always have some money on you. For years, we always said wear red underwear on New Year's because it's good luck, and we always thought it was an Italian thing. And then somebody looked it up for me and was like, "No, it's not an Italian thing. Like, it's just not anything." So I don't know. It's just an excuse to buy red underwear, I guess. So yeah, Harry's book is coming out. That's really. I think it's going to be a big nothing burger. You want to look at that real quick? We'll look at it real quick. We'll see. How is Harry's book going to be received by the public? Ace of Swords, cutting, not very emotionally intelligent. It's going to be the final straw for him. That's a shame. So we've got, hard, loud information that he's giving out, really, terrible stuff, all done in a very poor spirit, with a very poor, sore loser kind of spirit we have here. Definitely not telling two sides of the story. This is definitely, we all know, going to be their truth, which is, recollections may vary. And I think this is him cutting them out and them cutting him out. They're just going to be like, no, we're not doing this anymore. This sometimes is litigation. Sometimes this goes into litigation. So that's kind of curious. I'm wondering what we're going to see here. Yeah, possibly some litigation over it. Not for the money, but for the protection of the family. While this is a 9 of Pentacles, which is, cloistered living, protected living, being cared for by a higher power, by, higher state of being, people that are in power and control. It can also be preservation of, like, the concept of our legacy and our family moving forward. So, we can look at that. How is the book going to do? Ooh. So lies being revealed. That moon card can be lies when it's upright, and when it goes into reverse, lies being revealed. So an Ace of Pentacles is starting a new beginning. But as what? What is he starting a new beginning as? 9 of Cups, somebody who got his wish. But someone who is unbalanced in their messaging, not balanced in the messaging. So that's, sorry, the banner's there. Take the banner down. So 9 of Cups, 7 of Wands in reverse, and the King of Swords. So someone who's not giving the whole story, not telling the whole story, not being, not having equity in the tale that they're telling. So let's see what's going on. So Alicia just did a reading on that, Penny. She did a pretty extensive reading on it. I only got halfway through because I was in the car listening. So I'll change over to my red undies. Yeah, the black-eyed peas in the South. That's I am not a fan of black-eyed peas, but you can also eat greens. That'll what's that?
They're fergalicious.
They're fur-delicious?
Fergalicious.
Fergalicious? I don't get that.
Fergie, black-eyed peas.
Oh, fergalicious. So Gregopedia made a black-eyed peas joke.
Whatever.
I'm not a black-eyed peas fan.
Apparently, you just said that.
Yeah, like the band or the food. I'm just so yeah, eating greens is bringing in more money. Anything green, you should not eat anything with wings because your money will fly out the window. So no chicky for you guys. Don't eat any chicky. We love chimkin. Yeah, I saw that. Gilded Girl, I saw that somebody put the two a mock-up of her alleged first husband's face with spared, which is fairly funny. Sauerkraut is another one. Thank you, Nicody. That is another one. Yes. And greens for money. Yes. So, Penny, this is a good one. All right, let's get out a dark deck. A dark deck. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna bring that. It's not that this is a dark deck, but let's take a look. Ooh, sneezing. Got the sneezes, Greg. I'm sneezing.
A bit of a cold.
It's not a cold. I think it's just the dust. It's a bit dusty over here.
I'm pretty sure you're insulting your English man.
What do you mean? Do you think?
I think so.
Greg thinks I'm insulting my British fandom with my British accent. All right, so.
We're not dogs.
But no, just talk like that.
I'm a dog.
He's a wonderful dog.
He was. Right, dog.
So, all right, I got to get serious for a sec, Greg.
Why?
So, because we're going to read on the Idaho guy who was taken into custody. Let's start at the top here. Did they get the right guy? So they are very carefully considering all of the evidence that they have. Now, I did read that, I didn't read extensively on it, but I believe there's some DNA evidence that they have, some scientific evidence that they have regarding the situation and this dude. So I don't know if they matched it up, but it was my understanding that they have some on hand. Justice is served. That is an indication that, yes, this is the right guy. But then we have this Princess of Pentacles in reverse. So that makes me question, yes, was this something that he did by himself? The Nine of Swords here. There is some concern about the validity of the evidence and evidence that they have that indicates him. So they're a little bit concerned about this. There's a little bit of an OJ vibe here, that they may not have what they need to slam dunk it. And there's a few things that there's some evidence that they're trying to smokescreen to just kind of make it work for them. I think there's a few pieces that don't fit. So pendulum time. Did they get the guy who did it? Getting a yes. Did he act alone? Saying yes. Saying yes. See if we can find out the why. The why. Ooh, this is odd and creepy. So wanted to see if he could get away with it, if he was smart enough to get away with it.
May I interject?
Yes.
Apparently, he was a criminal justice major.
Okay.
And also like a teacher's assistant. So he was pretty well into the criminal justice education. So maybe that may have had something to do with it. No. Shut up.
No, not shut up. I don't know if you guys heard that. Gregopedia said apparently he was a criminal justice major and a teacher's assistant. So he had some additional information. But this is wanted to see if he could get away with it, wanted to see if he could bury the evidence leading to him. Really looked at it from all angles, had underlying issues anyway. This is like some underlying emotional issues, I think, with one of the girls. Now, did he know one of them? So either there was a party situation that didn't work out to his intended results. Definitely, there was some lying, concealment, possibly some STALKING. But not from afar, not like he was like sitting in the bushes, like surveillance equipment, that kind of stuff. I do think that he did watch before. I don't know how much further I want to go into this. Let me see. Do we have any other questions about it? Oh, Primchi, for our New Year's New Year ritual, not New Year's. I said New Year's, Greg. Happy New Year's. We have a friend that she's a teacher and she hates when people say Happy Valentine's Day with an M and Happy New Year's. So like she's one of our first people that we always send Happy New Year's to. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year from Illinois.
Happy New Year's from Illinois. So let's leave Idaho for a bit. I want to I think I want to stay out of Idaho. But yeah, this is cool. The dried peas become soft by cooking. So your wish for decreasing difficulties, making things easier. So you can manifest that. You can concentrate on that as your dried peas are cooking. And somebody else said a ham and cabbage and all kinds of good simmered with ham hocks. Yes. No chicken or turkey or anything else with wings. Those buffalo wings, you got to stay away from them. Oh, everyone said they like the accent. Well, not everyone, but Penny and Gilded Girl like the accent. Sunny Girl wants to hear it in a Sopranos accent. So I can do
You can do Long Island.
I can do Long Island. I can do the Long Island accent really good, but the hands have to go. The hands get involved, and all of a sudden they're there. I could do Marissa Tomei with My Clock is Ticking. Like this. My clock is ticking like this. So we can do that. Weird that the night before the arrest, Star Magazine was already out. Oh, is that a fact? Oh, Jay, that's weird. That is weird. Whoa! Jay's husband went to school with him. That's so creepy. Oh, Info Entertainment. Why haven't you subscribed? Subscribe now. So yes, you can please ask. Gregopedia and I do make a good team. Oh, Jay Marcus said that guy even ran a poll on Reddit asking criminals to talk about how they feel when they commit a crime. Oh, that's really creepy. So, Info Entertainment, go ahead, take pop up a question, honey. Everybody's saying like, and we won't be partying. We'll be in the library or on Sunday. Oh, so funny. You try to get your husband to say, "Get out of here." He's too shy. I hear the New York accent when hot sauce. Hot sauce. Penny, thank you so much for your super sticker. Oh, Nikki, Happy New Year. You guys are already past midnight. It's already 2023 there. Pretty cool. All right. Info Entertainment. What's coming in regard to Ollie's husband? Legal stuff going on. While I'm doing this, everybody let me know what you're doing tonight in the comments. How are you going to spend your New Year celebration? I am going to be doing tarot readings and watching the Twilight Zone marathon and also playing a little Mario Kart. Well, the pressure is definitely coming off. We've got the Three of Swords in reverse toward the end of this whole process. So, the anxiety's alleviating. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse too. So that's more anxiety that's alleviating. The pain of the process is going away. So we're getting toward the end of it all. Now, there is some vital information that is going to either be presented or discovered, and it's going to be passed on to the powers that be that are reviewing this case. So what'll happen is this information is going to come out or be presented, and they're going to integrate it into the rest of the case, and it looks like that will turn things in a much more favorable direction than where we're going. It seems like this is feels like there's going to be like a negotiation, like there's going to be some work on both parties to have to do something. To finalize it, like the orders are going to be like, well, you do this and you do this, and everybody kind of goes their own way. But it's a collaborative effort. I think we're getting to the point where if there's fighting going on, if there's a fight between everybody, the fight is leveling out, and they're going to start cooperating a little bit more. So that is what we're looking at with that. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. We're just going to go up a little bit more. There we go. Let me see. Yeah, you know what? I bet you they will. So everybody's been paying attention to it. So I think they're going to show that Idaho, not the Info Entertainment's friend, but the Idaho guy. I think they're going to show. So yeah, Nikki is already in 2023, living in the future. It's like a time machine here on Tarot-thon. So more of my ginger ale. I did get 2 bottles of Prosecco though. So I'm very excited about that. I'm a big fan of Prosecco. I like champagne, but I'm half Italian, so I like the Prosecco. And if my blood sugar monitor goes off, I apologize, everyone. So, I love you too, by the way. There you go. I love you too. I love all you guys. Like, it's been an amazing year. Like this is it's really an amazing year that I've had on here, and yeah, just been really great. And everyone, you know what? We don't get that many fireworks on New Year's Eve. Our dog's not real keen on them, but she doesn't freak out. Like she doesn't like hide in the basement or a bathtub or anything. She doesn't freak out that bad. But she doesn't like it. She's a little nervous about it. So, yeah, it's not great. Not great with the fireworks. So, and J Mark's is going to be doing the same thing. Oh, what do you mean? I love that game. What do you mean? Cards Against Humanity. My son was trying to take it to his dad's house. I'm like, tell your dad to get his own Cards Against Humanity. Yeah, the Thunder shirt and Thunder wrap, and they also make a Thunder kennel, which is really cool. It's like kind of soundproofed, and it's very very dark and like kind of cozy on the inside. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think they're pretty expensive though. So Info Entertainment, looks like he's going to get out of it. Looks like it's going to be okay. Yeah, but it looks like there's going to be some more information that comes in there. So I wouldn't worry about it. So that's everybody's playing games. Everybody's like playing games this year. That's good. That's good. All right. So let's see how Elon Musk is doing with all this Twitter business. Oh, by the way, we are broadcasting on Twitter now, live. So you're welcome, Info Entertainment. I'm keeping one eye on those comments over there. So let's see how Elon Musk is doing with Twitter. Let's see, how things are going over there with his management of Twitter. I just want to scoot these over a little bit more. There we go. So it's like the old car song, Shake It Up. He's just shaking it up over there. He just keeps shaking it up and looking at what's going on. So he's really trying to make a lot of changes there. And he doesn't care who likes it or doesn't like it. It's just not of any consequence to him. So let's do this. This is going to be pretty cool. We're going to do the 12 months of Twitter. So we'll look at Twitter as if it's an entity itself, as if it's a person, and we'll see what's going to happen with Twitter. So I think the removal of some restrictions, while this is really great and it's a win for free speech and everybody's excited about it, and we're seeing some names pop out back on there that weren't on or were taken off the platform. I think they're going to find some issues with it. I think there's going to be way too much of a ruckus, and there's going to be a lot of people that create disruptions in just getting that information out there. So there's going to be, I don't want to say trolling, but there's going to be a lot of back and forth discourse on there that's going to get messy and sloppy. And they're going to kind of feel like there's a need to revisit that and maybe put some restrictions, maybe have that, tweet death squad on there as well. When we get into April, May, June, it looks like we get to more of a pacing that is going to be sustainable. So this looks as though we're finally by April going to get to a happy middle ground where everyone is, working with it and happy about the rules, the protocols, what's being put out there. And then here we see the people that were very upset about it, the ones that said, I'm leaving Twitter, I'm going away, I'm going to get rid of my subscription. They're going to calm down and they're not going to be threatening to leave again. So they may be coming back to the platform, not boycotting it in the manner that they did. And we'll see that slow leak return to normal. So then we have July, August, and September. So when we get here, now we've got some more ideas that are being thrown out. Let's try this. Let's do something a little bit different on the platform. This is to the benefit of everyone. So that's going to be hard to get off the ground. So again, we're going to have some changes in July to Twitter. They're going to launch more things. Maybe we're going to get one of the trolls. I'm sorry, I got a sidebar. So there are trolls on Facebook that ask people that post comments that if they want, PM me and I'll give you a reading. So somebody just trolled on Zipperhead Steve. I'm drawn to you from the universal angel. Send me a friend request or a direct message now to receive your accurate reading. Zip, do it. Do it. Private message that troll. Just be like, read me, MFR. I'm sorry. Steve's one of our oldest friends. And he's somebody you want on your side in a bad situation. I'll just put it that way. What a good guy. So it looks like they're going to put some ideas forward on Twitter about the management of the platform. in July or so. It's not going to be really able to get up and run. Everybody's going to love the idea by the next month, but it looks like they'll have some difficulty, in the run up to September. Um, the sales pitch in August is going to be great, but the run up to the execution of it, they're going to have some people that are resistant to it. So, and then we go into October, November, December. So December, now we're getting into like a 3-month cycle with him. It looks like every 3 months he's going to be throwing something out like, hey, we're going to try this new thing, which is really cool. Adriana, I'm going to get there in a minute. I am going to get there in a minute. I don't know if I can say his name. I don't know if I'll get popped, but we'll just call him AT. I think. So yeah, so we're seeing that Twitter, is going to have some cool and innovative ideas. Well, every 3 months he's going to come out with those. Everybody's going to freak out. We don't want to make changes to Twitter. And then they're going to kind of level out, and like the ideas are going to work very well. The moon card, he's got something up his sleeve for the next year. So whatever Elon Musk has planned for the next year for Twitter, I think it's going to be really exciting. I love that his PR is firing people up and getting people all excited and like a whole kerfuffle. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. So 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. By the way, did anyone see the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas show? It's awesome. If you like Kevin Bacon, it's awesome. If you like, who's the guy who plays Drax? David Bautista. I love him. I think he's awesome. I like anybody with the last name Bautista. I don't know why. It's fun to say. It's like Francisco. Francois, bonjour. Francois, we're just we're doing like 12-month readings for everybody. Maybe I think 9 o'clock, maybe we'll do some flashbacks of the readings that I did last year and just see what I got right, what I got wrong. We're laughing that my friend Zipperhead Steve is being trolled by some of the people on Facebook, and they're trying to get him to get direct message for an accurate reading. No, he could just call me and get one. He's on the VIP list. So, all right. So, Adriana. I'm sorry, Andriana. I said your name wrong. Andriana. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, what deck are we going to use? What deck? We're going old school on this one. All right. So, we're going to stick with AT. So those of you that don't know, AT is a former professional kickboxer, I think. Has a brother. His name starts with T, so he is TT. We got AT and TT. AT recently took Ms. Markle to task on one of his shorts or TikToks or whatever, and was pretty loud about that. He did an interview with Piers Morgan, and he was not so long ago canceled from social media because of misogynistic comments. He's a very conservative view. I believe he converted to Islam, or he was, I think, born in the U.S., but raised in Britain. Now he lives in Romania. Like, he's all over the place. But he's a business dude now. He's a kickboxer now. He's a business dude, makes a ton of money, lives a flashy lifestyle, has very hard and fast ideas. He's like, appears to be one of those people that's very regimented. Well, the other day, he was clinked for that song Crosstown Traffic. So there was allegedly some people, they did some productions. There was people that weren't necessarily down with it, and were made to do that. So I know you guys are following me because you guys are smartest people on the internet. So let's see. Now there's a lot of buzz about this, that he was set up There is and he recently got into a fight with Save the Earth Greta. There's like a Twitter fight between the two of them. So there was like this crazy Twitter fight.
She's fighting with a teenager. Kickboxer. Fighting with a teenager. Professional kickboxer.
I don't know if she's a teenager anymore.
Yeah, she's still a teenager.
Is she? She had a glass of wine in the picture.
Yeah, but she's European.
Okay. So let's see. Did he do it? Well, let's look at what kind of a person he is. So I'm sure he does not believe in soothsayers like me. So let's see like where he is. I actually found him very engaging just prior to the Greta thing. I was like, oh, this guy's like really like living his authentic truth. Like I thought that was, I think that's very admirable when people are living an authentic life, when they're not sugarcoating it, they're not trying to pretend to be something else. I think it's very admirable to just kind of go out there and kind of do your thing. And I like, it's a bad example, but Ezra Miller, I think I got the pronoun right. I think they are living an authentic life too. And kind of, letting that out there. I myself have always let my freak flag fly. I did keep it kind of flying low while I was working in corporate, but you try not to be, too outrageous, just enough outrageous. So let's see what kind of guy he is. Nice guy, mean guy. What is he? Definitely living on the fringes. We're just getting like this very heavy. We're getting the current energies here, so just bear with, people. Just bear with. Come on, see how high we can go. All right, there we go. You're getting part of my my laptop in here. That's the laptop. Laptop. Huh? What? Gregopedia. So this is absolutely kind of sold out. Somebody sold him out here. Correction. He feels like someone sold him out. He feels like someone threw him under the bus on this to the powers that be. So this will be curious. I want to hear more about what is going on with this in the coming days. There was a disagreement. This is absolutely some kind of a disagreement that happened in the past. Thus, this person sold him out. Moving forward, this is the building of the case. He does not think that he did anything wrong. Now, does that mean that he is completely blameless and didn't do anything? I don't know. He thinks that he didn't do anything wrong. He thinks that he did all of the right things. He's a bit exasperated with this individual, and certainly would deal with him in a conventional manner. Let's put it that way. If this was a situation, if he was aware of this and it was less dramatic and it was less formalized with the police being involved, this is a situation where he would say, come over and we're going to work this out like men. Not like a duel or anything like that, but probably, work it out like men. We'll have a fight. We'll spar and we'll see what happens. This is him getting ready to put this case together. And then here he's very concerned because he doesn't know what information's out there. If this information that was dropped was purposely to jam him up and do something and make him look bad, he's concerned about what else they can use, what else they can manipulate. The other people, how other people see them is like the gloves are off. The curtain has been pulled back. Now we're all going to see what he is for real. The hopes and fears for AT, hopes and fears is that people will see the good that he has done. He is willing to let his guard down and let information out about other things that he's done. Does that mean that, he did do it? He didn't do it? Let's take a look at one card. Was he involved in this? I don't know. He's like looking back and like questioning, his involvement with something. It looks like he is wrapped up in something. But was he responsible for it? I think this is something that he is involved in circumstantially. Just going to say that. I'm not giving it, to be sure, I'm not giving him a free pass. I don't want you to say that. But it looks like he was involved in this circumstantially. Let's take a look at TT, the brother. Let's take a look at him. Because the brother is pretty vocal too. The brother's out there as well. So now I'm starting to think that maybe the brother's the one that has more invested in this this situation. And I believe his brother was picked up as well, but it looks like this was his brother's situation. There was not a lot of happiness in this department. Let's call it a department. There was not a lot of happiness. There were people that were not happy about what they were being paid out, their return on investment. Someone wanted to take it in hand to kind of stick it to them. And they let the secrets out. They're definitely secrets. I think TT was more so kind of managing the finances and kind of the production. Like, I don't think he was running around actually doing all of this. I think he was kind of managing the production. I don't think he was involved in the filming. I think that he was involved possibly in the procurement. So let's say, yes, possibly involved in procurement. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. I am only a tarot reader. So, yeah. So outcome, worst case scenario, is being put away for some time, being put in a cage for some time, not having access to all the good things in life. The ultimate outcome is still kind of unsettled. It's like there's not enough information about him. Somehow they kind of looped it into his brother. Again, this is TT, not AT. He was the sweet play. He was the one who could kind of make things seem very different from what they were. So that would be baiting people in and getting them to come in and to hang out and to.
He was the masturbator.
I don't think you can say that on YouTube. Yeah, but thanks. Good ginger ale, fake champagne. So, right now they think they kind of got him where they want him to. This will be a curious circumstance for us to keep an eye on over the next few weeks. I'll do some research later on today. Maybe we'll have an update for 9:00. I can't think of any place worse to spend New Year's than a Romanian prison. Just saying, kill the trolls with kindness. Oh, Amina, that's cool. Let's do that. Okay. Let's do that. Put this on the side. And do I have a cat deck? Do I have a cat deck? I don't know if I have a cat deck. Hold on, my kitties. That's Antique Anatomy. Hang on. That's what I'm looking for. A kitty cat deck. This is a fun question. I love this question. This is the Dark Woods Tarot. I don't pull this out very often. I should probably pull it out more often. I'll take a picture of my desk a little bit later. I rearranged some things, so I've got all of my decks back there, except for this one, of course. So let's see what we get. What kind of messages these kitties have for Amina? All right, so let's look at Lucy. So Lucy wants you to practice communicating a little bit more. The communication with her is blocked. And what I mean by communicating is communicating, telepathically, psychically, having conversations with her. So what I would do with Lucy is just kind of, at night or when she's around, go into a meditative state and just try and zoom in on her, try and connect with her on a psychic level, and I think she'll have more messages for you. So the roadway is a little bit blocked right now between you and her. I can't quite get what she's trying to say. The message seems to be you need to stretch your telepathic communication powers with her. So let's see what Star has to offer. So Star looks like she has not had an easy run of it. It looks like the Six of Cups in reverse. It looks like her life on the street has been a little bit more difficult. She's glad to be there. She feels like she's finally come home. She has a place where she can stay and kind of hang her hat. I absolutely think that she wants some kind of a shelter out there. So I know we have on our front porch, it's a cooler that one of the rescue ladies gave us for the feral cats, and they carve it's literally a styrofoam cooler, and they carve out two little doors in it, and then they put some diatomaceous earth and the hay in there so they can come and go. I put ours on our front porch so that it was covered, and no one has used it. So I'm going to be giving it to my son's father for the stray that he has at his house. So she definitely feels very, very safe there. So I would, go the extra layer and give her some shelter there. They're all going to use it, so you're going to have to, prepare a larger shelter. All right, so let's see what Penny has to say. So I think Penny wants to actually be pet. I think is that our front door? Huh?
It might be.
It's probably Joe. So if that's our neighbor, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'll be back on at 9 though, guys. So we're gonna keep having fun, and I'll be on tomorrow as well. So it looks like she is very keen on being touched. I would get a training stick, so that just you have like a little cotton ball or a little toy on the end of it. You can let her play with it a little bit, but it's just to kind of reach out and touch her and let her get used to being touched by something. So I think that's what's going on with her. Definitely, they're all feeling like they live there now. So congratulations on your 3 new feral cats. Hi, Rainbow Rose. Happy New Year. Aries Rainbow Child, Happy New Year to you too. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm wondering, it's is she foul mouthed? She's a cursor? I am not going to be cursing on my channel anymore, guys. I just don't want to. So, Semina, what year will I get married? And short description of that person. So, let's do pendulum for. I'll do my best. So, will Semina get married in the next 2 years? Oh, it went right to yes. Okay. So we're working from there in 2 years. Let's get a description of the person. Bear with me. Did we get a delivery?
It was a very large visitor.
Where did it go?
We dropped off a coffee mug.
What? Why? What kind of coffee mug?
He saw it and thought of me and bought it. It's here.
What was on it?
Merry Christmas. Darth Vader in front of a fire. Drinking hot cocoa.
So we definitely have a dark-haired individual. Personality-wise, I'm getting that this is somebody who is incredibly smart, and with that level of intelligence, there's a lot of anxiety that comes into. The anxiety is mainly at work and through the working endeavors that this individual's doing, but at home very, very happy. One of the reasons is because this individual is trying to create a better life, better than what their childhood was. Their childhood was not terrible in terms of treatment, but there wasn't a lot of extra there. They didn't have a lot of extra money. And so this individual is trying to earn some more money, and possibly why not in your purview yet. So heart of the matter, King of Swords. There he is, really smart guy under the surface. 9 of Wands. He's letting down his guard now to be found. And then that 5 of Pentacles. Bless you. This is somebody who is very, very science-based, not going to be listening to tarot readers or going and getting a tarot reading or anything like that. This is somebody who's playing a very super, super normie person. So trying to locate them is going to be outside of, spiritual, weirdness like what we're doing here. So you're probably not going to meet somebody on the show. But yeah, so definitely, personality is coming through much, much stronger. I'm not getting a super tall individual, probably under 5'8", like 5'6" to 5'8". Somebody who's a little bit on the shorter side. Just I'm just getting like a little bit of a shorter person. But absolutely, the work anxiety is coming through very, very strongly. Family life is okay. It's not like obsessive, crazy family life, but certainly will be looking, but trying to establish a legacy and trying to establish a really nice lifestyle before, so that the children that result from any marriage won't be living the way that he did. So but all right, happy birthday, Gilded Girl. She's running out for her birthday. And then hi G Stone, happy new year. And Gwendolyn, happy new year, happy new year. M, good question. Good question. So, random question from M. Had just been watching National Treasure, which I actually love that movie. I think it's really awesome. Will there be any major unearthals in the year to come?
Lizard people.
We can't use that. That's his thing. Ace of Wands. 5 of Swords. Queen of Wands. So I think we're going to find some documents in the US. There's going to be some kind of document that is going to be up for debate, up for discussion. Maybe original drafts of a Bill of Rights, or some laws that are what am I trying to say? Amendments. Something to do with the Constitution and the way our country is structured here. But I also think we're going to get some more revelations about the late Queen Elizabeth. I think we're going to see some things about her that are coming out. All of these are going to serve to disrupt the status quo. So if they're discoveries, I don't know if they're discoveries or if they're just items that we're going to use to our benefit at this point. So our individuals will be using to their benefit at this point. So I do think that we're going to be seeing, I don't think they're ground shaking, shocking surprises. I think, it really is to disrupt the status quo. We've got this massive disruption of the status quo, which, I think we've been seeing that for a while. Everyone's kind of a revolution of planet Earth. I do think that people are going to keep trying to do that. So, one of the things that Alicia and I have both been doing, we've been paying attention to the economy. Before I jump into the next question, Donna Rigby, I see your question. Hang on there, sweetie pie. I just want to take a look at the economy because I know Alicia and I looked at it through like March together. She may have some more readings in the Moon Moth Manor that go further. But let's see what the U.S. economy is going to do in the next few months. Take a look at this. They're building back better. Not going to be disappointed. There's our hope. So if this is January, February, March, this is what I keep getting. I keep getting that January, February, March, we're going to see status quo. Here, we'll come down. We'll come down. Come a little bit closer. So I keep seeing that by March, we're going to have some positive movement on the economy. Part of the matter is getting us out of the entanglements that we're in under the surface, is the secrets and lies that are going to be coming out. And then that Page of Wands, who here I come to save the day. So what's that? It's Mighty Mouse is coming to save the economy. So I think that there's going to be some things that are put into play. You know, I don't know if they're going to do anything radically different, or if what they've already done up to this point is going to finally take effect and start to have a positive influence on the economy. But I'm still telling everybody, keep your ducats dry and your powder clean. Keep your ducats in your pocket. So, and again, I'm going to tell everybody that just got in, make sure you have some foldable paper money on your physical person tonight, and eat some greens. So that'll bring some more money and abundance into your life for 2023. So Donna Rigby, I'm so sorry that you lost your baby. Let's see what we get. We're going to pull some big cards here. All right. And we just lost our dog. That's why when Greg and I talk in that British accent, that's actually what our dog Bruno that we lost last year, that was his voice that we gave him. So he's a very proper English dog. He's very sweet. He's very happy. So I'll tell a fun little story about Bruno. So Bruno hurt his leg. Greg's laughing already. So we have a lanai off our dining room, and that's, you know, the cigar smoking room, the, you know, hanging out. I've done videos out there too. And so Bruno had hurt his leg, and we were like carrying him all over the house and giving him extra treats, and you know, he was limping along. So Greg was out on the porch with one of his friends, and there was a door closed or something in the house, and Bruno started to run for the first time across the living room into the kitchen. And Greg saw him like running, and he was limping 5 minutes earlier. We were carrying him around, and he stopped in his tracks and immediately started limping, but started limping on the wrong leg. Greg was like, I think he faked me out. I'm like, I think he faked you out too. So dogs are funny things. And, you know, I was just telling one of the ladies that I did a reading for last night, I had a dog named Bandit that I know he was a horse in a former life. He had all these horsey behaviors that he did. And I just know that he was a horse in a former life, and he was mine. So, you know, we do have those relationships. So will your past dog, Jess, come back as another dog? Not, there's no plan yet. Okay, we're still in that review session. You know, still trying to figure out. Definitely is leveling up though. Jess is definitely leveling up. Some of the accomplishments that, you know, and I don't think that when sources of energy are when they're animals, when they incarnate as animals, I don't think that they have the same kind of life contracts that, you know, people that are incarnating as humans or otherwise are, that the life contract that they're putting together, because there's much less that they need to accomplish. There's they're more of like a support team, you know, to help us along. They have goals and things that they need to do, but it's just not as intense as what we have. And I think that there were some goals that were not met. So moving on, yes, moving on in this lifetime. Let's find out. Let's see if you're going to see Jess again. So we'll go over to the handy dandy pendulum. Oh, wait, I got to move in because otherwise you can't see it. And then it just looks like I'm not doing anything. So, okay, make sure this is nice and straight. So will Donna's dog, Jess, come back in this lifetime? Will she see Jess in this lifetime again, in this incarnation? We're getting a yes. We're getting a yes. So will Jess come back as another dog? Little tiny circles. We've got a maybe. It's going to maybe. So, and it's very weak. So that may not be determined. I absolutely get the sense that Jess is not in confirmed transition yet. I'm looking for my dog tarot. Hang on. I don't know what I did. I was going to do dog tarot, but I don't know where my dog tarot deck is. I think it might be someplace else. But I definitely not in confirmed transition state yet. So we got to wait a little bit longer. Okay. So somebody said good night. Good night. Simon says, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere just yet. I am going to make a I got turned on to Not Another Cooking Show. He's this Italian guy and everything he makes looks stupid delicious. So he had a recipe that it was a little bit different for beef stroganoff. So I'm going to make that for tonight. So let's see. I would like to know, Facebook user, if I will get a work like a teacher on a school next year. Let's see. Actually, I want to swap out that deck. Stick with me. Stick with me. So there's something still holding you back, and it's some level of education. There's like a certification or like another class that you need to take to fully equip you. And these are things that you can put on your CV, things that will let your employers know that you're very serious about the position. So putting that together, doing a little bit more study, not like a master's, not anything like that. This is like a little bit more study, will put you in a better position and put another line on your CV that's going to like kind of be a neon light on there. So that, just figure out what that is, figure out what the extra class you need to do is, and get to it. It could be something as easy as like a CPR class. Like, you need to have CPR training before you can work with children or something like that. So I hope you enjoyed that for New Year's. Everyone's like, all these Happy New Year's on here. Oh, Marnie, what if? Did I miss it? I don't know if I missed it. Oh, so Amina, did I get it right? Lucy is your witchy cat. Love that. Oh, Diego, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. But I wasn't on for like a couple of weeks. I was busy at my day job. So, and the sneaky snack pack. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a great lead up to New Year's down there in Mexico. And I hope you had a great Christmas and You had a great time. Oh my God. I hope everything's great. Thank you so much for your contribution. Greg, Zipperhead's getting asked by all these trolls.
They're in for a treat.
Oh, yeah, they are in for a treat. Oh no, Diego, don't you worry about those Mexican pesos. You give me 1 peso, I'd be happy. That's awesome. You're fantastic, my man. So, and Donna Rigby, thank you so much, Donna. Thank you for your super sticker. That's great. That's great. Hi, we got a new subscriber, everybody. Noel, hi, welcome. Well, I do have to say, Trevor Colt, my favorite ginger in the UK. Trevor Colt gave me another shout out. He shouted out a whole bunch of channels on a posting. It was like, he is such a peach. So if you're not following Trevor Colt or Uncensored Hypocrisy, go follow either of those channels. He's also on Rumble and Twitter and like all the big ones. Yeah, he is out there and he's speaking a lot of truth. They tried to shut him down, but didn't happen. Didn't happen. So Noelle, thank you so much for being here. Yes, you can have a reading. I'm trying to pull. Okay. Yeah, you can post a question. Let me see if you did post one. There we go. Okay, let's do this. Will your 5th semester go well? Let me pull up a good deck for you. Nice clean deck. Last night at the party I did, everyone was picking the Star Tarot. Star Tarot. Fifth semester. How is that 5th semester going to go? Do 1 from the middle. 1 from underneath. So you're at a point in your academics where it's not all coming together. So, there are different points in your university degree where like you have to take those classes that are not within your major. They're just like your core classes, like the requisite things that you have to take. And it looks like this semester it's going to be very disjointed. So some semesters you'll have class, like when I was at university, I was in English and a history, English major, history minor. So I would kind of pace my classes. So I was taking like English classes with the literature of the history classes that I had to take at the same time. So I could cross-reference, made for great papers when I had to write my papers. So it looks like this is one of those semesters that's not going to be kind of meshing together. Your subjects are not going to be all cohesive and working together. So don't worry about that. Some years you'll be able to study as a whole, your whole course list, and some years you're going to have to do them separately. So how do we best navigate that for the year? So this is going to be study tips. I thought I was going to be a student forever, and now I'm teaching, but there's a course that Gregopedia and I want to take. We can get PhDs in parapsychology online. Huh?
I think they're as real as a lordship in Scotland.
Well, that's okay. If it's an internet PhD, I'm okay with it. I'll still make people call us Dr. and Dr. Miller.
The Reverend Doctor.
Gregopedia is he's an ordained minister, so he is going to be the Reverend Dr. Miller and Dr. Miller. We will totally make reservations with that.
I still think we should still get the Lord titleship, so we could be the Lord Reverend Dr. Miller.
The Lord Reverend Dr. Miller. What would I be, lady?
Yes.
What if I don't want to be a lady?
Whatever pronoun you wish to be.
I think, is that called a style? That's a style, isn't it? I think it's considered a style.
You
So,
do that better than I do.
all right. No, yeah. Let's see what you need to do to navigate this year. Temperance. Okay. So, temperance is about balancing your work and your play. The star, you have to keep looking down the road to let me do this way. That's a little bit better, I think. You have to keep looking down the road to the end result. So and I've given this analogy before. I used to be a runner. Now I just go on my treadmill and I walk a little bit slower because I'm old AF. So look at me not cursing. I'm still going to use the letters though. So when I was running, I would always look to the next telephone pole, and that would kind of pull me along. So like when I was kind of flagging on the road, I would just look to the next telephone pole and get to that next telephone pole, and then the next telephone pole would be the goal. So for you, I wouldn't look at the telephone poles so much as the end of the road. Now that's something that cross-country truckers do here in the United States. They look down as far as they can when they're traveling on those cross-country, the big open desert roads, because when you're focused at the end of the road, you'll see things out of your periphery, and they'll show up sharper for some reason. I don't know why. But this is about, keeping that balance, the work-play balance, because of the incohesiveness of the course load for this semester. You'll have to kind of come up for air and have like breaks in between. So, almost like a refresh period. So when you're studying, like, don't go from one subject to the next because they're not cohesive. It's not going to, that's not going to be the best way to study. The best way for you to study is going to be study subject one, study your first period, first hour coursework. And then get up, go take a walk, go have a cup of tea, go, play a game of tennis or something, and then come back and do study for the next course. You're going to have to take breaks in between. It could be snacks. It could be, just going outside, getting in the sunshine, kind of resetting that. Keeping your eye on the ultimate goal, your ultimate degree, is going to keep you on track here, because this semester, I feel like it's going to be very disjointed. You're going to feel like, oh, what am I doing? This doesn't have anything to do with what I'm going to be doing. Am I going to use this when I get into my career? So keeping your eye on that goal and where you want to be, and keeping that manifestation pinpoint, pinned to your, mental chat screen. Keeping that in mind is really going to keep you on track as well. Don't start thinking about changing the course load or changing your end destination if the course load is kind of troubling this year, if it's a little bit more challenging because it's not cohesive. Just keep looking at that goal. Don't make any changes to it. You're on the right path right now. This is absolutely the place where you should be. You're going to excel in it. You are going to be able to make changes later as needed. Okay. So this is just phase one of your career. So, you'll get prepared for what you're going to get prepared for, what, the course load that you have now. You'll go into phase one of your career, and then it looks like you'll probably have another phase where maybe you're going to school while you're working at the same time. So, this semester, again, it's going to be challenging. So I gave you some tools to navigate it. I hope that helps. Coming up for air. I don't change the course load to make it more cohesive, or, make the courses work together. Don't do that. So, it is what it is. Just kind of motor on through. So, steamy hot Latin. This is a cool question that you've got here. So actually, we're gonna use the dark woods for this. This is a dark question. Dark question. So Noelle, I hope you enjoyed that. If you're so inclined, you can do a contribution. If not, it's okay. Happy New Year. So, all right. Talking about MJ here. Did I do it? My cousin Christina does it great. I don't know. Somebody just posted a Corey Feldman video from years ago, and I'm like, maybe Michael Jackson just like took over that meat puppet. So, all right. Is Michael Jackson going to come forward? Queen of Wands. 5 of Swords. 9 of Wands. Still under wraps, I think. I think. Oh my God, is that the fox in the backyard, Raven? So we had a big old fox in the yard the other day. He's a big boy. I was like, woo, look at you. Beautiful, but it's a big one. Raven's bigger than a fox. She's like a wolf. So I think you're onto something. Steamy hot Latin. So for entertainment purposes only, Queen of Wands suggests that there is something that's going on behind the scenes. It's like there is somebody pulling some strings here. There is some things that are happening, but not quite ready to reveal yet. We're still hidden behind these bars. We're still keeping things under wraps. There's lots of people that are helping to make this thing behind the scenes happen. Eventually there will be a message, and it will be a message of Greg singing Heal the World. A message of generosity. I don't think he's going to show up. I don't think we're actually going to see him, but I think it'll be some kind of foundation, like, oh, like it's almost like they're going to do like another hologram, and it's going to be like an aged hologram, and like, oh, surprise, like, here you go. This is what our boy would have looked like if he didn't leave the earth plane. So I think this is going to be very curious. It's not quite ready yet, but good question. That's a good question, Steamy Hot Latin. So, and I got to applaud you guys. So I looked at some of my metrics, that the metrics on the YouTube thing. And a lot of people, like, they're like, oh, if your viewership, is 40% subscribers, that's great. Mine's like, it's like 65% of my viewers are subscribed. So you guys are pretty fantastic like that. All right. So morning. Now we're getting some questions. So we could do this 2 different ways. What time are Ed and Carrie getting here? I got to get that beef stroganoff in. I am so excited about this beef stroganoff. Do you know how long it's been since I've had beef stroganoff? Like 150 years. It's been 150 years.
What are you barking at?
I'm celebrating. It's New Year's. That's our dog's voice, not mine. I don't talk like that. So, 45. Let's see. 45 going to make a big purchase this year. 45. I don't think I don't think that's going to be allowed. Let's put it that way. This is if we get about the purchase. He's got the money. The message, like, it's almost like if it were buying a house, this is funny. It's like if he were buying a house and he's like, listen, I want to buy you. I sound like JFK. I want to buy a house, but I'm not going to give you any money for it because it's a piece of crap.
You're going to give me $5,000?
Oh, so all right. I'll tell you a funny story about a house. So when Gregopedia and I were looking at houses, there's a house in town that was built in the 60s, and it's this amazing ranch, but it's like built into the side of like this little hill. And everyone's always referred to it as the Playboy house because there was a Playboy shoot in it, I think in the 70s. Yeah. So all the local cops like had to bust up like swinging parties there and like all kinds of crazy stuff. So Gregopedia and I went to go look at it. It was in a state of disrepair. I mean, people were living there, but it was teenagers of the owner and it like wasn't cared for. But the bones of the house were so great. I'm telling you, if I ever win the lottery, I'm buying it and gutting it and redoing it because it was amazing. It was like a 6-bedroom house, went on forever. Every single bedroom had a bathroom, which I think speaks about some of the things that were going on there. There was a whole kitchen downstairs that was like immediately like turning into a theater. But it needed a lot of work. It actually needed the French drain redone. The roof was like covered in moss. There was just a lot of stuff that was going on there. The kitchen was original from the 60s. Oh, yes, there was an unfortunate incident with a teenager who didn't make it because they were taking substances. And we were aware of that. Yeah, it was, well, I don't, yeah, you know what? I'm not getting into that. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. So, you know, we were having such a hard time finding a house. I finally said to Greg, I go, maybe we should get this. Maybe we should get this and we should just get a construction loan and we should buy this house and redo it. I go, what is it going to take for you to say yes to buying this house? And Gregopedia said, if they give us $5,000. So we didn't get the house, but we love our house. We love our little cottage here. So that house was decidedly different. But so I think his pitch with trying to buy this this television channel, this production, I think he's just kind of like, your product is really bad. If I take it, I'm going to make it great again. I'm going to make it great again. It'll be tremendous. The best station ever. So I just don't think anyone's on board with him. He certainly has the money. You know, he keeps saying, I got to uncover all the lies. Again, I'm going into JFK. I'm turning into JFK. So, you know, he wants to uncover, he wants to bring all these lies to the surface. I don't think that's going to happen. So let's take a look. Let's see what his year is going to be like. Let's see that. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what the year is going to be like, because he's got a lot of stuff going on. So January, January, stuck in a situation that's not working out through February and March. Looks like we've got some trouble on the horizon. Not a lot of support, not a lot of people really, you know, jumping up and down to give him a hand. So, this sticky situation from January a few years ago, I think is going to be problematic. I think there's going to be a lot of negativity from this. I think there's going to be a lot of energy that's pumped into that he would like to pump into a different direction. So then we have January, February, March, April, May, June. There's not going to be any escaping this. And then I think, we're going to see some decisive actions and decisions made as we get into January, February, April, March. Wait, I did that backwards. January, February, March, April, May, June. By June, he's going to be kind of loosened up from it. I think this'll kind of, end. I'm not getting any indication it's going to end well. It feels like it's going to be like a big fat nothing burger. Like it's, there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of yelling, a lot of movement, and then really a nothing burger. So July, we're going to hear a lot more in July, a lot of conversations. No one's going to like it by August. There's going to be people that are like, oh, we're so sick of this. And then by September, we're going to hear this is going to be a lot more campaigning stuff. There's going to be, more of a push to campaign. October, November, December. So this looks like some kind of restoration of reputation. So I don't know where we're coming in here. We're going to look at 46 in a minute too. I want to see what his 12 month is going to be. So it looks like there's going to be some positive messaging here that preserves the reputation, and then the anxiety and the angst is going to be gone. So I think we've got a year of some ups and downs. Everybody loves an underdog story. I think it's that plot line that we're going with. So let's see how 46 is going to do. How is 46's year going to be? What? Talk fast? Or
no, I some acetone now.
Oh, on what?
Acetone.
On yourself?
No, I just poured it.
Oh.
Strong order.
Oh, I thought it was burning. January. Ooh, poor judgment. So this poor judgment, but being protected by, individuals around them, the powers that be. This is the church, which is, a power structure protecting someone who is not doing well, someone who is not behaving or performing well. And then in here, we get some exposure going on. So January, February, March, April, more messaging. This, the Knight of Swords is rash messaging, speaking before you think, and speaking negatively, and then having to kind of dial that back, walk back those comments and correct them. So I think we're going to see more of that into July, August, September. Looks like, summer is not going to be great for him. July, August, September. It looks like, Paris Hilton is the best at this. Like, she does PR. She's out there. Then she disappears for like 3 years. So this is like, you're not taking the time to step back and just kind of be quiet for a minute and just kind of do your thing and just kind of, blend into the background. He's not doing that. He's going to be out there. He's going to be keep talking, not, sitting down and formulating a better strategy or a better plan or better messaging. So that is something that he's going to really need to focus on, is the better messaging and the better timing of the messaging. Then we get into this world in reverse. This is not understanding when it's over, not understanding when the fight is over, not understanding when the coffers are exhausted, not understanding when to say when. So in the words of, was it Kenny Loggins or Kenny Rogers? Know when to hold them, know when to... Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers. Cheers, everyone, with my ginger ale here. So, yeah. October, November, December. So looking again, this is the start of the new campaign for the new election cycle. This is where he's going to kickstart it. It's going to start, pumping out information, pumping out the advertisements, those sorts of things. And it's going to be the same messaging that it was in the last one. They're not really going to change the messaging very much. It's going to be, the fight for the soul of the nation, more of that. But, kind of doubling down on it, kind of having, more of, what am I trying to say? Idiom, just like kind of adding more to it. So that's really what I'm seeing there. So let's see. And then we have Facebook user. Will your boyfriend live with you next year? That's a pendulum question. Let's do a pendulum. So anonymous Facebook user.
It depends. Need a place to stay.
Will my boyfriend live with me next year? My boyfriend? I don't have a boyfriend. We're getting like a soft yes, nice and easy yes. So, but it's leaning toward maybe. So what that tells me is that the plan is probably not put into place very well yet. So you may have to kind of look at the planning there. Noelle. 3rd year zoology honors. Excellent. That's beautiful. I hope that helped. Lala, Sarah, you can make a donation, but if you don't have, if you spend too much money on Christmas, I understand. So yeah, you can just post up a question, sweetie pie. All right, LP. Let's see what you can expect for 2023. We'll go month by month for you. So LP, January, let your guard down. Start working with other people. So, letting your guard down and seeing the results of the work that has been done so far. And this can be relationship work. This can be the movement between people that you have in your life, that you have relationships with. So letting your guard down so that you can see like, no offense, like, see where you have been wrong in some circumstances and where others have been right, or where others have been wrong and where you have been right. You want to look at all of that and see how that works together. This is a being very self-aware kind of situation, but also being aware of others, the intentions and the actions of others. Change, it looks like you're very resistant to change, and so are the other parties. So this is an opportunity to advance and to move forward. So we go, let's go into March or April, May, June. So if we don't get out of this situation where we're not being self-aware, all of the parties involved, we wind up with very different goals and very different missions, if you will, within our relationship. So I think that this is a relationship thing, because we've got our Knight of Pentacles here, our Queen of Wands. Everybody's in reverse. Everybody's kind of at odds, trying to get to this happy place. So being more self-aware, and that's easy for us to be self-aware. It's much trickier to make your partner be self-aware. But that self-awareness needs to be happening on both sides. So we go into July. June looks great. I'm sorry, June looks great. July looks great. Looks like you're going to make things work. You're going to be more open to ideas and getting out and about in August. Don't kind of hole yourselves up. Sometimes when we're in relationships and we get really happy, we just kind of stay in and we don't go out and about. And it's really critical for partnerships to go out, to enjoy themselves, to meet up with other people and mix it up and get those different energies in there. It's like when you dust your house, it does move the energies around. It gets all the dust out of there, but it also moves the energies around as well. It kind of freshens up the environment. Those of you that do metaphysical cleaning will understand that. So, and that's, I'm gonna take a pause for a second. That's another thing that you can do on New Year's. You can dust your whole house from the front of the house to the back, and then you shake out your duster out back. You're going to get everything out there. Also, when you sweep the house, sweep from the front to the back, because you're sweeping the new year in and the old year out. So you will find some energetic changes, and then you can light some incense and kind of reset the energy in the house, reset the vibe in the house. So working together to LP, we're back to LP. Working together to be self-aware is going to give you a much, much better foundation for this particular relationship. And then we go into October, November, December. So this, you'll get to a position of luxury and freedom in the relationship. Don't go too far with the freedom. Don't get too comfortable that, like, hey, this is a rock solid relationship. I can go out, I can do whatever I'm going to do, and like it's not going to make a big deal. Behaving recklessly within the relationship will be off-putting to the spouse. I'll just let you know that, and it will disrupt things that are going on. So be self-aware. Yes, I need time to myself. I need to go to the gym. I need to go play squash. I need to take a sauna for a little while. But don't be like, well, I'm going to go take a sauna with like 5 other hot gals, like it's, the relationship isn't going to, and LP, I don't know if you're a guy or a girl, but it's just not going to be sustainable that way. You have to be very careful and very diplomatic and careful with your partner's emotions, because this is working toward being in a more long-term stabilized relationship. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that I'm onto something here. So let's see, what else do we have? So I got Lala on there. Hi, Lala. Lala. Let me get you a different deck. I want to put some selenite on this one. We'll go back to these guys. Actually, I think you're a golden tarot kind of gal. Let's pull out Spockly deck. So who's wearing fancy clothes tonight? Oh, our friends that are coming over, they were like, so is it fancy dress? Like, what are we doing? And Greg was like, I got my tux dry cleaned. And we actually do have like super fancy clothes that we could wear, but I don't want to. I'm as dressed as I'm getting for the day. I may even have to trade my pants in for sweatpants. It's 51 degrees outside here today, but it is cold in my basement. All right. So from this question posted, you want to know your future spouse's financial status. So let's see what we got here. So it's 10 o'clock in England, right? Isn't it? I think it's 10 o'clock in England. So now you're asking about a future spouse. We're getting the financial situation right now. So what we've got, super well educated, super smart. We've got education and smarts here, but not necessarily in that position where this future spouse is bringing in the bucks just yet. Okay, so it's like the education just ended, moving on into career path. We're not going to see really significant financial acquisition for some time, for like a couple of years or so. So if you already know this person, that's great. Give them a couple of years just to kind of bring in that money and set up that nest egg. Right now it looks like there's school that's involved, getting done with that. I don't know if there are student loans for that. But this is an individual who's very, very bright, very well educated, appropriately educated, and is going to eventually make a bunch of money. So sometimes, you have to be a little bit patient with people that are coming out of school or just starting out in their career. Is that the acetone that I smell?
Yeah, probably.
Gregopedia is working on his Warhammer models.
No, like, no polish remover.
It smells funky. Okay, steamy hot Latin. There we go. Thank you, Primchi. Jumpin' Jupiter beef stroganoff. Yeah, this one has a ton of mushrooms in it, and I was trying to find some really exotic mushrooms, but not those kinds of mushrooms. But the Not Another Cooking Show, he made them with chestnut mushrooms and baby bellas, and I was looking for just something that was a little bit more oomph. And I was going to go over to Whole Foods, but I didn't want to go to Whole Foods. I couldn't get a half a pound of mushrooms. So that's another fine moment for Gregopedia. He likes to, I'm going to curse, take the piss out of my sister-in-law. And it was one of the holidays, and she said, I was over at Whole Foods. I'm sorry, I only found milk. They didn't have any half and half. And Gregopedia said, well, of course you didn't find any half and half. They only have Whole Foods.
You went to Whole Foods. I said it like 4 times.
She was like, no. My brother-in-law, her husband, was like, that's pretty funny. And she was like, no, it's not. It's not funny.
Wait, what do you mean? No, I had to explain it to him. And he's like, well, that's not funny.
Thank you, Primchi. I will buy myself a new deck, you darling. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, Marnie's scooting out. See you later, Marnie. Sounds like a lot of work. I'm not sure what is that. Oh, you're a guy. LP, you're a guy. Okay. All right. It's nice to have guys on here. Again, looking at the metrics, I don't have. Yeah, you're in the minority here. So welcome. Yeah, we like that balance. So Natalia, hello, darling. Oh, new subscriber. Thank you so much. And thanks for doing the like. I appreciate that. So let's see. All right. So again, I'm going to stress tarot is all about reading the energy of the moment. So let's get a bead on your husband. So this is what I'm going to tell you. We have to be very careful when we start poking around in things, like curiosity and what if, like what if my spouse meets somebody more attractive, younger, has better hair, whatever. So, here we've got this fidelity that's going on, but questioning that fidelity could result in this split. So I would stick to the facts. Man, I hate to sound like a police show, but like stick to the facts, because if there is no evidence of being disloyal, unfaithful, if there's no evidence of it, don't wait for it. So Dr. Joe Dispenza does this. He has you meditate, brings you down to your energetic level, and has you find your place in space as far as this little ball of energy behind your sternum. And when you do that, he has you manifest the feeling of joy, because that feeling of joy will program our energy and then program our meat puppet, our physical body, to have that experience in the future. So when we deal with heavy stress, when we're wringing our hands, we have a stressful job, this is could be anybody. You have a stressful job during the day. You get done with the job and you're so stressed out from the job that you're wringing your hands all night and you're just not sleeping, and you're practicing, you're constantly feeling that level of stress, and you are programming your body, your energy centers, you're programming it for that future. So when you'll be stressed, you're going to have fertile ground for stress, and then when you do get more stress put on you, it's going to activate, and it's just going to exponentially get larger. So in a situation like this, if we're constantly worried about this person who may stray from the marriage, you could be practicing this energy and you could accidentally create it. So, rather than be curious about, whether his fidelity will continue into the future, practice the gratitude for having the relationship, having the marriage, practice gratitude for the fidelity to this point. That will set the stage for in the future. Of course, you have to do all the other things, all the other terrestrial meat puppet things, but I think he is of sound intent. And I think, fostering that and not being curious about whether it's going to go bad in the future is much, much more productive. So I hope you enjoyed that. You can make a contribution if you'd like. And Ekta, hi. What is an MNC? I don't know what an MNC is, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see what we get. So it looks like not yet. It looks like we need to if you were trying to get into like a university position as like an English teacher or history teacher, the messaging here, I would say go publish. Go, I'm not sure what an MNC is, but this is my advice. If this were, a teaching situation, go publish, go do the extra things that you have to do to secure this position. So, whatever you're looking at, I would find people on LinkedIn or any of the professional social media sites. Go look at what they have done. And you can do that. You can actually go through the achievements of people on LinkedIn. If they're up to date on it, they will, keep putting things on there. So go through those and just look at the achievements, the accomplishments, the certifications, the things that they have, and then we need to go back to the drawing board and recreate a presentation of self that's going to reflect some of those things if they're appropriate, if you've appropriately achieved them, or you can go back and try and achieve some of those things, because it looks like the education's there, the will is there, the availability is there, but you need, like, it's like somebody gave you a wrapped gift, but it doesn't have a big beautiful bow on it, doesn't have a name tag on it. We need to have kind of the frippery on there. You need a little bit more razzle dazzle on the presentation of getting this job. Don't get frantic. Don't get panicked. Okay. When people panic, they act, erratically. And I've been there too in job searches where you're just like, I'm just gonna apply for anything, because you get so frustrated with people not responding to ads or resumes or whatever you're doing. Years ago, we used to like mail in resumes. It's very old fashioned. So I don't think that there's enough on your CV to really make you stand out from some of the other candidates. So that's something that I would absolutely do. And also, have another pair of eyes in the presentation that you put forth for any of the jobs. So the resume, the cover letter, all of those things. Have somebody else take a look at that and just make sure that they give you their input, and they let you know how they think it looks. So I would do just a little more zhuzhing up, as we say here, zhuzh up your presentation. And the thing now with looking for jobs, because of the electronic platforms that we have, you're really selling a product, and that's like one of the things that's very hard for some types of individuals. It's very hard for them to sell themselves. Like, I work in sales, like I can sell anything, almost anything. But if you don't work in sales, it gets very very hard to do that. And I told someone, just the other day, I said, no one honks your horn unless you do. So honk your horn. Like, there's no reason to not do that. So Shirley MacLaine, is she still alive? I think Shirley MacLaine's still alive.
In one form or another.
In one form. Funny guy. Got me thinking whether Fushi or more of a collective lesson. All right, hang on to that one. Because I actually think I am gonna wrap it up. Multinational company. Okay, thank you. Oh, hey, we had so much fun last night too. I this is one of the ladies from I don't know which one it is though, because she came up as Facebook user. Yes, I have to send all of you a text today. You can let them know I'll be on at 9:00 again. I don't know if everybody's going to be at parties, but I'll be doing this all weekend. Good place to buy tarot cards. Amazon is awesome. I do a lot of great scores at Amazon. If you go to my website, fortunecookiestarot.com, www.fortunecookiestarot.com, and I linked most of the decks that I use in regular rotation on there. So you can go check it out. If you want to get one of the vintage decks, I would say go on to Etsy first and go on to eBay second. So one of the things, I got they sell a lot of lots on eBay, which is pretty cool. And I don't know how I feel about buying a used tarot deck. I've never bought a used tarot deck. I find, like, I kind of feel like they're like underwear. Like, you don't really want to share them with anybody. You could like clean them out, but I don't know. I just don't think, I don't know. I don't think I want to buy a used tarot deck. I would have, in a hot minute though, bought another Ellen Cannon read. I absolutely would have bought another Alan Cannon read, because this one's out of print. I can't get it anymore. So I definitely would have gotten one of these. So you know, there are some other vintage decks on there that are, you know, used like new, that kind of thing. Somebody agreed, definitely like underwear. You know, so Amazon has as much selection as you know, any of the esoteric shops that I go into. You know, like if you go into any of the metaphysical shops, you know, you may find decks that are a bit more rare. They may have somebody like pull up a you know, oh, let's put this in here. You know, yeah, you may find some cooler stuff, but Amazon actually is pretty good, you know. And there's that whole thing too with like, historically you're not supposed to buy your own tarot deck. You're supposed to have somebody gift it to you. So that whole thing comes from you know, when people were being persecuted as witches, you didn't want anyone to think you were a witch, so you didn't buy a tarot deck, because you would out yourself and possibly wind up at the stake. So you know, we just don't want to do that. So all right, so where am I? Let's see. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up on this one. Hey Rob, 30th like, thank you for being the 30th like. So yeah, Deborah, though, I would absolutely get an Etsy. If you're not doing Etsy, go on there. There's a lot of tarot decks on there. A lot of tarot decks. It's really, really cool. So all right, let's get in here. Alicia. So Alicia's gonna be my last one for right now. I'm gonna be back on at 9, but I'm gonna make some beef stroganoff, and we'll have some guests here. So I believe my friend Carrie will be down here with me while I'm doing the 9 o'clock. So I don't think I'll be on quite as long for the 9 o'clock. I'm not going to stay on till midnight. So let's see, Alicia, we're going to do just this regular little deck right here. Actually, no, that was a big fat lie. I'm going to use this one. We're going to do this one, Alicia. All right, Alicia. So we're looking at January, February, March. So, okay, looks like, you know, a little bit of overspending. Looks like we got some financial issues here, and a resistance to working with others to kind of right that ship. So, you know, if it's finances, credit, that kind of thing, bring in a professional. Bring in a professional. That's what they're there for. I love outsourcing for things that I can't do. You know, Gregopedia does not. Gregopedia likes to do things himself, but I always tell him, you can be the guy who pays somebody to do it. And that's, you know, not a bad thing. You can do that. So you know, it looks like you need a little bit of a leg up here, because you're kind of stuck in a spot where you don't really know what to do. You're kind of out of ideas with that. So if that's something that is going on, you know, definitely get some help there, because if you don't get some intervention here, some assistance, what's going to happen is it's going to stress you out even further, and that'll be disruptive to your home. And you know, you'll have to make decisions. You'll be making decisions in a panicked state, and you don't want to do that. That's not how you want to live. So when we get into July, August, September, we'll still be kind of, you know, doing a balancing act, like trying to kind of get by, you know, taking money from this account, putting it in this account. I don't know if I'm onto something here. You know, shuffling things around. This is just going to kind of prolong the anxiety, you know, trying to get on your feet, trying to get things sorted again. But then by the time we get to September, if you follow my directions, if you go and you put a professional in there, it looks like things are going to start to come up, and then they're going to get a little bit better, So it looks like by the end of the year, by fall of next year, if you follow the directions, if you put some professionals in there, if you get some professional assistance with this, you're going to be in a much better spot. You'll be much more in control of the in and the out. You're still not going to listen to that intuitive voice. So if the intuitive voice says, don't eat that second piece of cake, if the intuitive voice says, don't spend your money on that awesome purse, even though it's really gorgeous, you're gonna have to pay for that at the end. Like it's gonna blow back in your face. So listening to that intuitive voice, when you know it's going wrong, pay attention to that and follow the directions of your intuitive voice. So that I think this is a recovery year for you. Heart of the matter. This is about sorting out the things that you need to sort out and finding the tools that you need to be successful, and looking at things with a very frank and clear eye. You want to look at the way that you have conducted yourself and how you got from A to B with a very clear and critical eye. You can be critical of yourself. We can all get ourselves into situations, but it really is, if you get yourself into a situation, you have to look at the problem solving tools to be able to get out of it. So, that's really the key here. So, all right, with that, guys, I think I am going to take a wee break. Give my cards a wee break. I'm going to go make some beef Wellington. Yvette, thank you so much. Great channel. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys are really terrific. Oh, well, Yvette, I will answer your question. I'm not going anywhere just yet. So let's see. We're going to give you some of these lovely cards. Taking online classes and changing your career. Will you be successful? So the will is absolutely there to be successful. And that's like half the battle, Yvette. That really is half the battle. At this point, you still need to continue with that education. You need to continue with the online classes. You need to continue with the study because you're not fully equipped at this point. The whole business of going to school, especially when we're older, when we're taking some additional classes, the whole purpose of it is to make yourself very, very attractive. So you have to think about online classes and going to school, like taking a shower, shaving your legs, doing your hair and makeup. Like you have to kind of look at it that way. And, making yourself as attractive as possible for those employment roles that you would like to get into. So keep doing that. This is your time of luxury that you can keep doing that and make sure that you get all of the items that you would need. Now, I just said this earlier to someone else. Go on to those to the professional social media platforms and go look at what leaders in that field are putting on their living CV, if you will, like on LinkedIn. See what kind of achievements they have, see what kind of certifications, see what kinds of classes they've taken, the schools that they've gone to. This is really, really critical. It's reverse engineering your career track by the benefit of these other people that are leaders in the field. Even if they are just, kind of, regular people like us, like they don't have to be like, highly published and whatnot. So, keep doing that and keep reassessing the course track that you keep going on. So that here, Clear, there we are. That, you know, the learning process you like very much. You're very much into this learning process, and sucking up all that information and kind of filing it away and doing what you're doing. You're always looking for more. There's always looking for more, and this is a good thing. You know, this kind of enthusiasm, this thirst for knowledge, thirst for education, is going to serve you very, very well. This career that you're going into is one that you don't just go to school and stop. You're going to have to keep doing your returning education. And I don't mean the boring returning education where like you have to just kind of like do your certification questions. You know, this is like you're going to have research that you're going to be delving into, really, really juicy, meaty stuff that you're going to sink your teeth into, is what I'm trying to sink your teeth into. So no, this looks great. This looks great. So you know, the success quotient is really up to you. So, you know, you have the will and the wherewithal to be successful. So I do wish you the best of luck in that. I think you're going to do great. So, ladies and gentlemen, so what we're going to do, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go make some beef stroganoff. I'm excited about this. Pray for me. Hopefully it's going to come out good, because it's the first time I'm making this particular recipe. And like I said, it's from not another cooking show. If you're not following that dude, I mean, he has over 1 million subscribers. He doesn't need my little leg up. But no, he's got some amazing stuff on there. I butchered my whole filet for Christmas Eve, the way that he does it. I watched his video and it came out really, really good. I actually had a lot of extra scraps and meat, and like I froze some of the scraps. So we're gonna make like an amazing sauce with it, and very, very cool stuff. So so happy New Year, Philomena. Happy New Year, Rainbow Rose. I'll see you guys in a little while. Sunny Girl, I will see you at 9 o'clock. Thank you for saying I did some spectacular reads. This is my favorite part of the day. I do love doing this. So, and the Tarot-thon last year was such a big hit. Like, you know, it's even bigger and better this year. So, all right, everybody. Well, I will see you in a few short hours. So stay cool until then. Have some cheese. And, oh, I just spilled this all over myself. It's not even alcohol. Cheers. Cheers. It's all over my blanket now. I will see you all in a little bit. Have a great night. Or great afternoon. It's like great afternoon right now. All right. Great afternoon. I'll see you all in a little bit. Bye-bye.